Hello friends, welcome to Laptop.
Hello friends, welcome to the last video in the series on equipment qualification, which will describe about document qualification. Equipment, documents and records are an essential part of the quality system. Maintaining documents is not only a part of accreditation process, but it is also a part of regulatory requirement and good laboratory practices. The policies and procedures for maintaining should be defined in appropriate documents, and keeping good documents will allow for evaluation of any problem that have arisen in the equipment utilization. Each major piece of equipment will have its own equipment maintenance document and can be named as equipment file for the specific equipment. Smaller, commonly used equipment such as centrifuges, pipettes may be managed with an equipment maintenance document or manual that deals with all such equipment in the laboratory. Now, whenever we come across documents of equipment in the laboratory, there are two types of documents. The first group is called static documents, whereas the second group is called as dynamic documents. Static documents are obtained during the design qualification, installation qualification and operational qualification phases, that is DQ, IQ and OQ, and should be kept in a qualification binder. Where multiple instruments of one kind exist, common documents should go into one binder or section, and documents specific to an instrument should go into that instrument binder or section. During change control, additional documents can be placed with the statics ones, but previous documents should not be removed. The next group is dynamic documents. Dynamic documents are generated during the OQ and PQ phase, that is operational qualification phase and performance qualification phase, when the instrument is maintained or when it is tested for performance. These documents should be arranged in a binder or logbook. They provide a running record for the instruments and should be kept with them, and should be available for review by an interested party, which can be an accreditation body or regulatory body. This document may be archived as necessary. Now, when we say documents related to equipment, what are these documents should be maintained, or what these documents should include? An equipment maintenance document should include a step-by-step instruction for routine maintenance, including frequency of performance and how to keep record of performance. It should also include instruction for carrying out function checks, frequency of performance and how to record the result. The direction for calibrating of the instrument should also be included. After that, guide for troubleshooting, any required manufacturer service and repair, list of any specific items needed for use and maintenance such as spare parts. All these should be listed and keep as a part of equipment maintenance document. For all equipments, include identification of the specific instrument and information on its performance. Now we will see how to record the maintenance information. Each piece of equipment should have a dedicated book documenting all characteristics and maintenance elements. Preventive maintenance activities and schedule, recording of function checks, calibrations, any maintenance performed by the manufacturer, full information on any problem that the instrument developed, the subsequent troubleshooting activity, and follow-up information regarding resolution of the problem. In recording problem, be sure to record that date of the problem occurred should be recorded, and when the equipment was removed from the service, also all the reasons associated for breakdown or failure should be recorded. Corrective actions taken, including a note about any service provided by the manufacturer, date of return to use, any changes to process or function checks as a result of the problem, maintenance information. Some of the tools that are helpful for keeping records on equipment management are charts, logs, checklists, graphs, and service reports. DQ or document qualification should comprehensively describe the complete maintenance history, the system history, and the inventory of components and documentation. Verification of component installation, performance verification of the laboratory equipment for routine quality assurance, quality control, R&D, and client compliance, that is regulatory compliance, should be maintained. Apart from the IQ, OQ, PQ and DQ documents, it should be remembered that all the validation master or the documents related to validation master should be maintained. This will form a complete set of the document that is required for the equipment. Complete set of equipment document should include identity of the equipment, manufacturer's name, model, serial number or other unique identification, contact information for the supplier or the manufacturer, date of receiving and date of entering into the service of the equipment, location of the equipment, the conditions of the equipment when it was received, whether it was used, new or refurbished, manufacturer's instructions, records that confirm the equipment initial acceptability for use when the equipment is incorporated in the laboratory. This include IQ, OQ and PQ, maintenance carried out and the schedule for preventive maintenance, equipment performance record that confirms the equipment ongoing acceptability for use, damage to or malfunction or modification or repair of the equipment should be included as a part of complete equipment records. The performance record of the ongoing equipment acceptability should include copies of reports of certificates of all calibrations and verifications, including dates, times and results, adjustments, the acceptance criteria and due date of the next calibration or verification to fulfill part of or all element. All these records should be maintained and shall be readily available for the lifespan of the equipment or longer, as specified in the laboratory's control of record procedure. List of all applicable standard operating procedure and other system documents relevant to the equipment should be maintained. And finally, confirm that all these records are available at the point of use and approved from Quality Management System Department. So with this, I am concluding the fifth and the last part of the video series on equipment qualification, where we have discussed about document qualification. I am thankful for all the feedback and suggestions received and will back with some more interesting series in clinical laboratory. Till then, happy learning and goodbye.